Good afternoon, everyone, and a very, very warm welcome. So, today we are doing Thermodynamics, Lecture 2. So, if you haven't seen Lecture 1, please go ahead, have a look at the recording because we are continuing with the chapter. So, we learned very basic concepts to understand the chapter as to what is a state, what is a system, what is surrounding, what is universe, boundary, different kinds of systems, and what are the processes that happen in them. Today, we'll be focusing our chapter on work and on heat, yes, and every sign convention that relates to it. So let's have a look who is able to see this at all. Put a reminder. Hi Nutan, welcome. I hope my audio, video, everything is clear. I can see my video is clear. Audio, I don't know. Oh, PH. Okay, okay. Yes, very nice. Very good. Cool. Okay, let's start. Name revealed. Yes. I'm also shocked. I'm like, oh my God. For the past, I don't know, 3, 4 months, we have got used to PH. So now suddenly it's like, oh, very nice. Classic. Chalo. Okay, so good afternoon, guys. I hope you guys have had your lunch. If you have not, then you're on my team. I'll also be having lunch post the lecture because it's more fun that way. So for the new Bacha Party, hi, I'm Vimla. I'm your chemistry educator. I've been teaching awesome students for the past 3.5 years in India and abroad. It is the most amazing profession. I feel like the amount of interaction and the amount of light that you bring into my lives. It's not just the subject. The interaction is very, very fulfilling. Couple of new features on Unacademy. We have the Ask It Out feature with your exams, your term ones approaching. I'm sure you are having some difficulties because you're adjusting to a new life. Yes, previously it was more one-to-one. Hi, Nidhi. Hello, madam. Did you have your chocolate? Okay, so you can ask your doubts. Like Nidhi has a lot of doubts. She's always constantly studying. She's asking, ma'am, matlab, 24 hours in a day, I want to study for 46 hours. How do I do this? So these kinds of tremendous number of questions that come to your mind. You can definitely select any question, crop it, make sure you put it in that frame, post it, and very jaldi you'll get your reply back and you can proceed with your preparation. Yes, apart from that, we have a lot of multiple features like learning from the comfort of your home. You can literally sit in front of your parents and study, and they can really question as to what is happening. Because you are enjoying yourself, you're laughing, you're crying, you're experiencing so many emotions. So that is good. So they also get to see things that they didn't imagine. Unlimited access to all the courses. If you fall sick, sadly, I hope you don't, knock on wood. But if it is inevitable, then you can still get access to the PDFs, top educators of the country, regular doubt solving. Every fourth session is a doubt lecture, and doubt lectures are very lit. When the plus courses started, because I'm very new to Unacademy, so I used to think that doubt lectures will be very, the people will not have doubts, but doubt lectures are the funniest of all of them. Because children are, as I said, curious cats. So you'll get all kinds of things there. Exhaustive coverage of the syllabus, the mentorship and guidance by the teachers. And if you want a personal mentor, then you can go for Iconic. Study material within 10 minutes or 5 minutes of the lecture ending. Practice tests, live test series, batch courses, and many more. Okay, so these are the plans. The difference in the plans is basically because Iconic offers that personal mentor, which Plus does not. But everything, every other feature is there in Iconic. So it is the plus of Plus. So right now you are watching our YouTube channel. I hope you join us on the platform. It is 10 times, 100 times, million times more fun because we have a lot of features that are basically made for you to make it more interactive, and we keep adding new features. Like the raise a hand feature is very new. It has been added just, I think, 2 months back, right? It was not there before because we now can interact with children. Hi, Nilesh. Okay, so we have batches of Tagore right now, which is full syllabus English. And we also have Virat batch for PCM. So Virat batch, the speciality is that this is an activity and MCQ batch where depends on the subject. Like in your maths, you don't have diagrams, but you have a lot of formulas, you have a lot of course, numerical solving. So it will be focused on that, just like physics, right? Very activity based. Chemistry, you'll have reactions. So that is the primary focus, and then all the MCQs of the chapter will be covered post that. So if you feel like theory is done, or if you want something to support your theory preparation, you can join the activity and MCQ batch. So this is very exciting, very new. I'm very pumped. Everyone should enroll into this. If you plan on doing that, you can use code VMMAM live. With this, you will get access to them with 10% off. And right now, there are a lot of sales going on because the Dussehra sale is there. And the first couple of subscribers will definitely get a better discount. If you want to go for the HSC plus IIT wala, you can also do that. Yes, cool, cool, cool. Chalo. Next session on your special platform is tomorrow. Tomorrow is not tomorrow. Day after tomorrow at 12 p.m. Organic chemistry MCQ. I had a child which asked, requested basically for a particular topic. So organic general, but in that one concept of how to draw a molecular bond line formula, that will also be covered. So you can join me day after tomorrow. Tomorrow is 20th, right? Not 20th, 21st. 21st October, 12 p.m. Okay, so come join. It's a lot of fun. You can interact with me. You can use the raise hand feature and much, much. Okay, guys. So we have, assuming that you have watched the previous lecture, which is on the initial parts of thermodynamics. So if I say system, and I'll keep using this phrase system in this lecture. So system, let me quickly recap, is that part of the universe which is under consideration. So if I say that, bro, I want to take Nidhi and I want to basically do some sort of experiment on Nidhi, okay, let us make her the Bakra, then that means that she is the system, right? Everything apart from her is the surrounding, and the system plus surrounding comprises of what is the universe. Now this system, okay, this system can be anything. This system can be made to do work, right? Or the system can do work. So we commonly hear that if you work hard, anything and everything is possible. I don't think there is a truer statement than this, that the satisfaction, fulfillment that you gain from working hard cannot be supplemented with anything else. Yes, so that is very, very true. And I also abide by it. So the nature of this work is basically energy by which a body is displaced through a distance. So we are talking about some sort of physical work you might think about. Yes. So if you are trying to take a huge boulder, right, a huge boulder, and you're trying to displace it, now displacement will not be, you're not running with it, you know, because it's so heavy. So even if you take it from this point to this point, you know, whereas if you want to displace a rock, so you can literally take it from one city to another. That is not an issue. Yes. So there are various factors which will determine how much of work can be done, how fast you can do it, how much distance it can travel. So how much of energy is required? That is going to be the amount of work that is going to get done. Yes. I don't know if you have experienced this, but I have. That sometimes someone will say, can you open this? You know, because usually in my group, because I've been working out since I was very young. Okay, so my strength level is moderate. Okay, I'm not a very weak person. So they'll say, bro, can you open this? So I'll go to open something with full force. Matlab, I'll be like, chalo, isko to tod dena hai na. And then I do it and then dichuk karke it opens. I'm like, Arey. This is the full-on puppet. And so that you feel like, oh my God, you put in so much, like you were ready to do something which required a lot of energy, but then it turns out it did. Hi, Anchal. How are you, bacha? Okay? So that is really funny. I love it when that happens. You know? So this is nature of work. Now you must be thinking that, Abhi, now ma'am, what are we doing? We are not sitting and breaking rocks or walking around with rocks. And our work is this, sitting and breaking our head over books. I'm good, Anchal. I'm good. How are you? Yes, so this is the kind of work that we are doing, whether we like it or not, we are expected to do this. But in this chapter, we are not going to talk about your padhai wala work. In your thermodynamics, we are specifically dealing only with pressure volume type of work. Okay, so that does not mean that you are not doing work. No, guys, you are attending this lecture. That is work and a lot painful work. You are sitting with your books. You are practicing chemistry. Hi, Arpit. Good afternoon. So that is all, but we are just not talking about it right now. Okay? Examples we will use of it, but in theoretical terms, we'll be talking about pressure volume type of work. Okay? So this is your thermodynamics, where the scene is always going to be set with a cylinder. Okay? Bar you will see this word that we are taking a cylinder. Okay? Again, everything has to be good quality, not some ghatia type of sasta material which will basically interfere with your experiment. On this cylinder, you are fitting a weightless and frictionless piston. Frictionless because it should not be rusted, it should not be cut. Nicely, smoothly, it should be able to move. And inside of this cylinder, you are putting a gas which is going to obey all of the gas laws. So that means it is an ideal gas. Ma'am, mujhe pehchana. Yes, sir. Yes, definitely. Okay, so it is an ideal gas. Now, what can you possibly do with this? Guys, what is the kind of work you can do with this? Who can tell me in the chat box? What work can you do with this? If you take a cylinder and if you put a gas inside, you can do only two things. Not many options. You can either do expansion or you can do compression. What more? Life is simple in a piston. You can either do expansion or you can do compression. We'll take both of them into consideration and see how it works. If I fill hydrogen peroxide, I'm sure you must have heard of hydrogen peroxide. This is how it looks, HOOH. Yes, this is called as the per linkage. Oxygen bonded to oxygen is called as a per linkage. Then this is your peroxide. If I put peroxide inside of a piston, what do you observe? What is the reaction that takes place? Let me write the reaction. So we take hydrogen peroxide, which is a liquid. This hydrogen peroxide decomposes into water and oxygen gas. Yes. So now when this oxygen gas is liberated on decomposition, what will happen to the piston? This oxygen gas is going to make the piston move upwards. Right? Use a matchbox. Anchal is saying, ma'am, you are pagal. Okay, cool. Such lovely children. Wow. So proud. कहाँ से सीखते हो this amazingness? चल. Okay, so if I take a cylinder, inside if I fit a gas or if I fit a liquid, any substance basically, I can either do expansion or I can do compression. Now when this hydrogen peroxide is taken, once you let it decompose, it will make sure that the oxygen is going to help the piston rise. So ये क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पर? पहले it was here, now it has come here. So it has expanded through this distance. So it has undergone expansion. Very good. So this is your work done, because obviously it has not gone on its own. It has moved through a certain distance. So this is your pressure volume expansion. Second type of expansion can be when I take the reaction between ammonia and hydrogen chloride. Okay, both of them are gases, HCl and NH3. Both of them are put inside of the piston. On top of the piston, you have put a weight, because now I am trying to push it down. right? I'm trying to put pressure on it and I'm trying to push the piston down. When I put the piston down, क्या होता है? This NH3 and HCl will form NH3 gas plus HCl gas will form what? NH4Cl, which is a solid. So you can see here the solid is formed right here. Yes. So what is happening? The gas has basically undergone compression. Compression hoga, so the piston is going to move downwards. So this is going from this point, right, all the way to this point. So what is this? This is your compression. So in this way, we can talk about work, either the work of expansion or the work of compression. Sign conventions and the calculations can be done. We will see that further in the chapter. We are just discussing what is work. If you guys have any doubts, please feel free to ask. Okay. Done? Now that you have understood these examples, let us see which is easier or which is more difficult. One second. Okay. Okay, so when I take the reaction between my peroxide, decomposition of peroxide or HCl and NH3, this kind of expansion which is happening, this the system has to do, right? If you have to do some kind of work, if somebody has put a block of wood on top of your head, you are expected to carry it. Okay, you are expected to hold it up. Then what is happening? You are doing work. Yes. So in the process of expansion, who is doing work? System is doing work. System is doing work. So system is doing work on whom? System is doing work on the surrounding. Yes. But in the other case, when it is compression, what happens? Surrounding is doing work on the system because you are putting weight on the top and then you just have to literally wait for it to get compressed. So surrounding is doing work on system. Yes. So system is doing work in expansion, surrounding is doing work in compression. This is the main difference between them. Yes, Ayush. That has been taught. Okay. No, koi load nahi hai, guys. It does not reflect on me, it reflects on you. So, next we have nature of heat. Heat is a form of energy. What is heat? We are basically exchanging this energy between the system and the surrounding. So either the system can take in heat or it can give out heat. When the system and its surrounding are at different temperatures, only then heat can flow. Okay, so if I have a cup of tea, which is hot, and if the cup of tea becomes cold after some time, that means that the surrounding is at a different temperature, which is making the heat get transferred. If temperature is the same, then there will be no flow, which is possible, right? No, Arpit. Yes, Ayush, but that is not something that I can help. Okay. Okay. So, like I gave the example, let us take something very piping. I don't know what you guys like. You guys like tea, you guys like coffee, whatever. जो भी आपके पसंद की चीज है. ठीक है? We can take a cup. This is your saucer. Okay. This is piping hot. Now, if you go to a country where you have snow, right? If you go to Canada, for example, Canada has such horrific winters, it goes so low the temperature. So if you go to such a place, then the difference between the system and the surrounding, the difference between the steel and the surrounding is so much, right? The temperature difference is so large. So heat flow will be faster. The flow of heat will take place faster. But for example, if you take our country, you take the same cup of tea. And if you take it in the peak of summer, what will happen? Heat will flow because there is a difference in temperature, because obviously our temperature is not 100 degrees Celsius. So there is going to be a flow of heat, but it will be slower than that of the difference, which is more drastic. Yes, Arpit. Okay. Now that you have understood what is work, what is heat, there are certain sign conventions, because in your numerical, they will not give you what is plus and minus. You are expected to write it on your own. Okay, so whenever the system is doing work, ठीक है, system कैसा काम करता है? System, when it does work, system is going to be negative. Yes, so if someone tells you do this work, you go and buy this, you go and buy 10 liter of bhaji, 10 liter of some kind of other groceries, then you are doing work, then you are like, yaar, so why are you making me do work? So you are negative. Yes, when you have to do work, you feel negative, because we are very artsy people. But when surrounding has to do work on the system, then the system is very positive. Then there is no issue only. When surrounding is going to be doing work on the system, then work is going to be positive. So when system does work, work is negative. When surrounding does work on the system, then it is positive. Similarly, heat. When heat is absorbed by the system, then Q is positive. When heat is released by the system, then Q is negative. So this is, actually it's not capital Q. In your textbook, it is given small q. But in certain reference books, they do give capital Q also. You know it means the same thing. Ma'am, आप gravitational पढ़ा सकती हो. No, that is physics, no? Sorry, Ayush. No, me and physics are very difficult. Somebody has to teach me physics first. Okay. So if heat is absorbed, then Q is positive. If heat is evolved or released, then Q is negative. So in your question, if they say that this particular whatever is the system is undergoing expansion, so you know ki immediately whatever is the value of work that is given in joules, kilojoules, you directly have to put a negative sign. Similarly, if they say this amount of heat is absorbed, that means Q has to be positive. Okay? So when you do questions, you have to keep this in mind. Chal. Let us find the expression now. How do we calculate this pressure volume work that we have been talking about? Let us consider a certain amount of gas which is kept at constant pressure P. Okay, so this is the gas which is put inside of the cylinder, fitted with a frictionless, weightless, movable piston. This gas is an ideal gas. It observes all of the gas laws. Okay, and the pressure of this gas is capital P. Okay, so this pressure is obviously exerted from inside of the cylinder. But there is also pressure which is exerted by the atmosphere, which is your external pressure. Because obviously one pressure we put on ourselves internally, and other pressure we experience from teachers, parents, friends, families, pets, everybody else will exert a different kind of pressure on us. So that is inevitable. That is definitely something which cannot be avoided. Now, if I want to see that this piston is undergoing an expansion, if it is going from this point to this point, so what is the displacement? Displacement is D, and it is expanding from a volume V1 to a volume V2. Okay, so this is the observation that we are seeing. To convert this observation into an expression, what do? We calculate what is a force, right? What is the expression for force? Force is pressure into area. Yes, pressure into area. Now why have I not said pressure capital P? I am saying P external, because the external pressure that is exerted, that is what we are discussing here. So P external into area. Yes, what is the purpose of that negative sign? Why am I not writing P external into A? Why am I writing negative P external? Because this negative sign means that it is opposing something. It is going against gravity, right? It is not going downwards, it is going upwards. So since we are talking about opposition, we have to use that negative sign. So that is the significance. Arpit, please. Yes, so this is your force. You have learned this in physics. All of you, I'm sure, are very good in your physics. Then how do we correlate that with work? Work is force into displacement. In place of a force, you write down what we have just found out. That is P external into A into D. Yes. So this is basically work. Work is minus P external into A into D. What is product of your area and distance? इसका क्या है product? Area into distance का product क्या है? That is your change in volume. So delta V is equal to area into displacement. So you can substitute that. You can substitute work is equal to minus P external delta V. Yes. Delta V means you are moving from a volume V1 to a volume V2. So expand करेंगे तो minus P external V2 minus V1 going from final to initial, initial to final. So this is the expression for work done in an irreversible process. Okay? So you have two derivations that can be asked. This derivation most of the time is not that important, but numericals of this are very important. The reversible one and the maximum work one, that is supremely important. Okay, so this is very easy, so it won't take you much time. Okay, sure. Okay, let's do some questions on this. Before that, if you guys have any doubts, please feel free to ask. We are talking about pressure volume type of work. We have done an expansion going from volume V1 to V2, and we have found the first formula for our numericals relating to work, that is minus P external delta V. Yes, sure. Now, if I'm doing the same kind of work in a vacuum, yes, one kind of work is that you do in your daily life. Yes. Second kind of work, if I say you do it in a vacuum. In a vacuum, free expansion takes place, which means there is absolutely no opposition. Right? If you tell somebody ki at the middle of the night, 2 baje, I want to go and have ice cream, mommy, daddy, whoever. They will be like, are you okay? Everything good? Yes, so you will definitely face opposition because that is very strange. But if you are in a vacuum, kuch bhi, you do anything, no opposition only. So such an expansion is not possible anywhere else. So in a vacuum, will work be done? Absolutely not. There will no work be done because delta WD work will be equal to 0 in a vacuum. No work done because there is no expansion. Life is very, very, very simple, very, very sorted. Okay? Okay. Next, what are the units of energy and work? 1 joule is equal to 1 kilogram meter square per second square, which is basically equal to Pascal meter cubed. Okay? So in our questions that we'll be solving, we are more focused on dm cube bar and bar. ठीक है, these two ये तो बहुत ज़्यादा important है. 1 bar 1 dm cube bar. 1 Pascal is 1 kilogram per meter per second square, and conversion of 1 bar into Pascal, you have to multiply it by 10 raised to 5. ठीक है, so ये please याद रखो. Conversion of 1 dm cube bar, that is equal to 100 joules. So ये आपको याद रखो. Okay, this is the unit conversion. We'll be using this in our questions. Any doubts? ठीक है, let's do this question. 3 moles of an ideal gas are expanded isothermally from 15 dm cubed to 20 dm cubed at constant external pressure of 1.2 bar. Estimate the amount of work done. They have said what unit you are expected to write the answer. So obviously conversions have to be taken into account. Even if they have not mentioned it, you have to make sure that everything is aligned. Okay, so first always write down the given. When you write the given, you get some clarity in life as to what you are expected to do. 3 moles of an ideal gas, that means number of moles is n. So n is equal to 3. Expanded isothermally. Expansion means you are basically moving the piston upwards from volume 15 dm cube to 20 dm cube. So volume 1 is 15 dm cube and volume 2 is 20 dm cube. Yes. So V1 to V2, this is how it goes at constant external pressure. So the external pressure is 1.2 bar. Right? So the work done will be in bar dm cube. So work done किस में होगा? Will be in bar dm cube. Question में आपको क्या पूछा है? Find the answer in bar dm cube, also in joule. So if you want to find it in joule, क्या करना पड़ेगा? You'll have to basically take this relation, which is 100 joule. So you'll have to just multiply it by 100. So it is as simple as that. As simple as that. Okay, nothing much to it. So once you have written the given, then we have the formula. What is the formula, guys? We have just done one formula. Na? W is equal to minus P external delta V. So W is equal to P external कितना है? 1.2. If you write the unit next to it, it will help you understand if any conversions have to be made. So 1.2 bar into V2 कितना है? 20 minus V1 कितना है? 15 dm cube. Yes. Hi Roshni. How are you, bacha? Okay, so what is 20 minus 15? It is 5. So that is into 5. What is this? dm cubed bar. इसका क्या है multiplication? This is minus 6 dm cubed bar. So एक part of the question they asked find the work done in dm cubed bar. So this is one answer. Okay, you will get marks for this separately. Then they've also asked you should find it in joules. So to find it in joules, you just have to multiply it by 100. So minus 6 into 100 joules. So that is basically minus 600 joules. This is your second answer. Right? Very simple question. There is no simpler question than this. Oh, Roshni, thana thaya. Good, good, good. Second question, calculate the constant external pressure required to compress 2 moles of an ideal gas of volume 25 to 30. First question was we were doing an expansion. Now we are going to do compression. You have to find the P external, work done has already been given. Okay? Sure. Let's write the given, the G1 of this. Number of moles is how many? 2. 2 moles from a volume. कितना volume है इसका? V1 is 25 dm cube. V2 is 13 dm cube. Yes, and work done is already given. Since this is a work of compression, system is very happy. Na? System is saying, bro, you want to do compression? Then I am going to be very happy, very positive. So it is plus 4862.4 joules. Yes, so work is positive. Formula, same formula. But before we apply this, we are trying to find using dm cube. यहाँ पर हमको क्या दिया है? जूल दिया है. तो you'll have to convert dm cube joule into dm cube bar. तो इसके लिए क्या करना पड़ेगा? You'll have to divide it by 100. So 4862.4 divided by 100 will give you the answer in dm cube bar. So So that is basically 48.62. Okay, so formula is W is equal to minus P external delta V. Everything is there except for P external, which we can find out. W कितना है? 48.62. P external हमको निकालना है. Delta V कितना है? It is going 13 minus 25. Yes. P external into 12 dm cubed. This is what? 48.62. Then you take it on that side. इसको negative नहीं, this becomes positive. This becomes positive. Yes. Negative negative will become positive. So P external is equal to 48.62 divided by 12, which basically gives me the answer. If you write the unit, it will help you. This is dm cubed bar, and ये क्या है 12. This is 12 dm cubed. So dm cubed will get cancelled. बचता क्या है guys? What do you left with? dm cube gets cancelled. You are left with bar. So that is what you wanted as your unit. Unit of choice. External pressure is 4 bar. So P external is 4.05 bar. This is your answer. Okay, Roshni. All the best for your exam. Chal. Okay? So we have found both questions. We have done a question of expansion. We have done a question of compression. You see that you can find anything. You can either find the volume, you can find the pressure, or you can find the work done just by using this very simple sa bechara sa formula. This question you can do as your homework. Same to same, everything, nothing is different in this. In this also you are supposed to find pressure volume type of work, but in joules. So you know in the answer, you have to do the conversion. Okay guys, so that's all for today. We definitely join me on the special platform day after tomorrow. As I said, 21st I'll be having a session for you guys on organic chemistry, so you can join me there. Yes, KG wali Roshni. Yes, KG wala bachcha. Okay, please, when you come, you can definitely feel free to use all of the emojis, because emojis are so much fun. I can really understand what you're trying to express, in the most simple and articulative way. Yes, apart from that, you can use the doubt section, जहाँ पर you can ask your doubts. So if you feel like it's very difficult to crop it, you are not able to crop the doubt and write it in the chat box, then using this doubt feature, you can basically take a screenshot, or if you feel free to write it, you can do that. Apart from that, if you feel कि writing भी नहीं हो रहा है, कुछ नहीं हो रहा है, I want to directly ask it, you can use the raise a hand feature and talk to me. Okay, so that also can be done. 1 second, guys. Okay. So this is how your basically your interface looks. So यहाँ पर we have your chat section, and this is the screen. नीचे you will see all of the polls that come up based on every special class has polls, because you guys love polls. Over more बोलते हैं day after tomorrow को. Over tomorrow. Okay. Okay, Ayush. ठीक. Bye, Roshni. Bye. Yes, छोटा सा बच्चा. Absolutely right. छोटा सा प्यारा सा बच्चा. Okay, so if you think that option B is the right answer, and option B is the right answer, at the end of the session, we will show you the leaderboard. So if you are in the top 10, then you'll be featured on the leaderboard. Even if you are not on the top 10, no problem. All of you are hashtag number 1. Yes, irrespective. It has to not be taken seriously in the way that you're just trying to give your best. and that's all anybody can do. ठीक है, so it's बहुत मजेदार है. There are reaction वाला features also where you can post your reaction and of course type everything and anything that you want to ask. For doing all of this, you have to download the Unacademy Learners app. Right now, you're on the YouTube channel, obviously. But once you go on the app, everything is very smooth. You will not have any issue. The interface is very user friendly. You have to enter your mobile number, you'll get that amazing OTP which you have to put. You guys know it. Come on. ठीक है, HSC का कोई भी आप ले लो. If you want to attend any class, any batch, any course, ठीक है. Once you take the plus subscription, you can do all of that in one click. Special classes also you can attend any and every special class of your choice. Special classes are completely free, 100% free. So there is no loss. There is a lot of gain. Students love to attend special classes along with their plus classes because you get to interact with new children. So that's always fun. HSC क्या है? State board बच्चा. State board exam for standard 12th. Like SSC is for standard 10th. HSC is for standard 12th. ICSE is for up till standard 10th. ISC is for standard 12th. Okay. Language is also not an issue if you want to. Language, if you want to choose Marathi, if you want to choose English, Hindi, whatever, there is no compulsion because we have separate batches for every language preference, and we are very proud that we have such a huge representation for Marathi because Marathi is something where you don't find very easily, because Hindi and English you will find a lot of options. Marathi is very difficult, and Unacademy has catered to our students. So if you would like that, please go ahead. Also, जिन्होंने भी सब्सक्रिप्शन नहीं लिया है, please attempt the victory scholarship test. If you do very well in this test, then 3 winners will get plus subscription as a reward, and after that you will really feel that there is nothing better than getting rewarded by this than a chocolate or something. Okay, post that you'll be able to join me on plus with any of the batches that are running. Commerce has already been launched. You must have seen all the amazing educators that have started their sessions on accounts, OCM, maths, statistics, and English. So if you have any contacts, any friends, any relatives, any friends of friends who have spoken a single word of having difficulties in their stream, please suggest our YouTube channel. Of course, subscribe to our channel, like this video, share this video, and also if you have anything to say, any suggestions for improvement, you can type it in the comment section. Test series are there all the time, and workshops have been added since the previous month because we have heard you guys were saying that tests are very difficult, ma'am. You have not taught the topic, ma'am. So workshops will help you in that. There are workshops for our special class kids as well as our plus class kids. Okay, so everybody is covered. You can give both. It is not one or the other. Once you take the subscription, you are going to use this code. With this code, you will get 10% off. And apart from that, there are discounts which are happening. So it is multiple discounts that will be available to you. Okay, so offer price for IIT plus HSC. Offer price IIT plus HSC. This is when you buy 24 months ka package. And this is for the first 500 subscribers. So you see the difference is very large. Jaldi se isko le lo. It is off. Valid only till 20th of September. Today is 19th, guys. So up till tomorrow time hai. Quickly use the code. Join our plus platform. And if you do it later than tomorrow, then this is our usual discount plan that is going on. Okay, guys. So jaldi se, hope to see you on a plus. I hope you guys have a nice rest of your afternoon. Plus kids are 12th. I'll see you at 6:30 Mendeley batch. Apart from that, special kids, I'll see you day after tomorrow, and also tomorrow evening. Okay, so every day I see plus kids, so that is not a problem. Yes. Chalo, guys. Okay. Enjoy your day. Have the best time. Enjoy your life, the spice of life. अच्छे से करो. Stay happy, stay safe. Smiling. Bye.